This leader is provided to permit the projectionist to complete adjustment of focus and sound level before the film begins.
Fun.
Interesting.
Challenging.
Jollifying.
Amazing.
Engaging.
Exciting.
Enjoyable.
For my passion project, I built and programmed a robotic arm that I could control with an Xbox controller.
I made a formal dress with a detachable skirt.
I decided to build a gaming computer.
I restored an Oldsmobile Rocket 350 V8 engine.
I learnt how to make a 4-course Tuscan feast and made an instructional video showing my learning process.
I chose to do a wooden hall table.
I created a macrame wall hanging.
I built and constructed 3 soccer mannequins.
Doing a passion project is different to other schoolwork because you get to choose what you work on and it's all your own ideas.
You get to do what you actually enjoy, and you can do something that challenges you and that you really like.
It's easier to complete because it's something you're motivated to do.
The best thing about doing my passion project was doing the coding, because it's very complex but also fun at the same time.
Spending time with my dad, just the things that he taught me of how to do woodwork, and yeah, I just had fun with him.
Having my granddad as my mentor was really helpful because he was able to teach me new things. It was really good spending a lot more time with my dad, talking and working together.
The hardest thing about my passion project was probably actually assembling the robot, because there's a lot of technical stuff that you have to do.
Doing some of the cables was quite tricky because they are quite confusing and not all of it is clearly labelled.
I had never sewn anything this big before or sewn a dress, and I didn't have my mentor there for most of the time. When COVID-19 happened, her store got closed down, so I couldn't actually go see her. So I had to watch a lot of YouTube clips about how to do stuff.
I spent 3, 5-hour days just scrubbing it down with this little toothbrush-sized thing and a bunch of degreaser and kerosene. So I kept hitting my knuckles. I was bleeding a lot at one point.
On the morning of the passion project, I realised that there was a mistake in the video, and that was very stressful, and I was freaking out. When I was 5 hooks away from being done, I grabbed both ends and I saw that one was a lot shorter. During that moment, I just gave up and I was so annoyed, and my mum was like, this is everyone always has a part in their passion project where it goes wrong. She's like, but they always recover. So I started to find out another way to do it.
I would just keep telling myself it'll all work out eventually.
Doing the passion project has taught me a lot about how engines work. I already had a basic kind of understanding, but there's a lot more intricate pipes and valves and whatnot that go all through the engine.
Before this passion project, I didn't even know how to cook. The only thing I could cook was egg in a mug, and now I can cook a 4-course Tuscan feast.
Dressmaking and sewing skills I never would have learnt before.
So now I can use a power tool safely.
I learnt a lot about cables and how to connect cables.
All the different knots, but it's also taught me about design.
And how time-consuming making a table actually is.
Doing a passion project has taught me to persevere and troubleshoot, because I ran into a lot of problems that I had to solve.
And also how it's important to plan out everything before you buy parts and do stuff.
I always used to see these things on the internet and be like, oh, I'm gonna do that. And so I would start doing something and it got really hard, so I just give up. But because it was a class project and you had to get it done, it's taught me that even when things get hard, I can still keep going and it will still turn out all right.
When I finished my passion project, I felt relieved, tired, and I thought to myself, wow, I actually made this. So it was midnight. and I called in my mum. She was very tired and she came in, she looked at it and was like, wow, this is all your own work.
I felt really proud that it was done. It was like this big gold shiny engine. It was like it's bigger than I am, and I'd kind of like made it look brand new almost.
I felt really excited and happy that they had turned out as I had hoped they were. And it was really exciting seeing the spring back motion really work.
I just felt relieved, and I was also pretty proud. Like, I was glad of what I had done and I thought it was really great. God gave you gifts so that you can show, like use that to tell people about God. And I guess doing the Passion Project at school kind of gives you an idea of what you're talented at, because sometimes you just don't know.
I felt very, very pleased that I'd finished it and that I could play around with it, and it was lots of fun. Yeah, it changed the way I saw myself, because when I chose the project I thought it would be like impossible, and then I was like, oh no, I can do it.
I was just thinking, wow, this really did happen. I felt really happy and excited to use it. I think it'll give me a bit more confidence in the future to take on these kinds of projects that are a bit difficult and out of the box.
Well, I felt like a real chef. At one point in the feast, when I saw people clinking glasses and about to enjoy the beautiful food,
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you,
I just thought that lovely environment was what I created, and I was really proud of myself in that moment.
I felt really accomplished and happy because I'd actually put it all together and cut everything and made it myself. Before, when I thought I could do something, I'd go, oh, I can't do that, because I'm either too scared or I'll mess up, or I'll, break something, or, do something that's really bad. But it's actually changed me in I can actually do stuff bigger than what I think I can. So, yeah.
I just kind of called him down. I was like, hey Dad, I put it all together. And he came down and he was like, okay, let's take some pictures. My dad was like really proud, and so he was like really happy that I did it well. When I do my major work in year 12, and like whenever I do other projects, I'm gonna try and make something as like great and like surprising as what I've been able to do for the Passion Project.